Yo, peace, man. This is Sean Do, man. Right now, I'm gonna give y'all a story of one of the illest blocks, man, in New York, period. One of the illest blocks in the city, Long Island, upstate, anywhere. One of the illest blocks in New York, period. It's Terrace Ave, a.k.a., man, you know what I'm saying? The illest block in the home of the great rap legend, Method Man, and the rap god, Roc Marciano. Terrace Ave, man. Here we go. Man, Terrace Ave, a.k.a. the El Dorado, starts for Sean Do at about 5 or 6 years old, man. My cousin Sparky and Andre, the god Latif, my family, they all grew up on Terrace, man. So we grew up on Terrace, man, playing in the hills at the back of Michelle Park. But first, let me give y'all a description of what the El Dorados was. It's one big tall building. I think it's 10 or 12 floors. Don't get me lying, but I think it's 10 or 12 floors. And it's on one straight block, one long straight city block. And the first start is the Jackson. The middle entrance, 3 entrances. One side is the Jackson entrance. The second side is the Terrace Ave entrance. And the last side is the Bedell entrance. Terrace Ave, the LDs, man, it's a hustle and bustle block, man. It's like it's 24 hours. You can get any drug known to man on that block, and it was just always on go. I remember as a little kid, the first thing our parents was saying, like, yo, don't go up on Terrace. See, I wasn't from Terrace. I grew up in Parkside. I grew up in the shacks. I grew up in that area. But every time you ask a person about Hempstead, I'd be like, yo, you heard of Parkside? You heard of the shacks? They'd be like, I heard of the Terrace, though. Yeah, Terrace Ave, man. Shit was always lit since a youngin'. So if I gotta start talking about Terrace, man, I gotta go back to the beginning, man. I gotta go to my man Monk. You know what I'm saying? Monk being a.k.a. Lamont McGlasgow. That was my bro. He played on the basketball team with me. Me and him won a championship together. Monk got busy up in Rochester, and Monk is a Terrace Ave legend. Monk's big brother was Big Frank, who actually played with the great Billy Donovan at St. Agnes. You know, the great Billy Donovan that played, that coached the Oklahoma City Thunder, and he did 2 championships with Florida back in the early 2000s. That Billy Donovan. Yeah, Big Frank played with him. Then after that, if we're gonna talk about Terrace Ave, we got to go to my man Ronald Highsmith. And Ronald Highsmith, he was the one that put me on with the Method Man situation. I never forget, I was sitting with my brother Just Rashon, and I'm looking at the Method Man album. And you know, back in the day, you could take the albums and read them over and look at the cover and look at the look at the write-ups. So I'm looking at the shout-outs on the Method Man album, and I'm looking and they say Terrace Ave, and I'm like, well, they got a Terrace Ave in Staten Island? So I'm reading, and I see him say, yo, shout out to Ronald Highsmith. I said, shout out to Ant Gardner. Shout out to Chappelle. I told my brother Just, yo, Just, he talking about brothers that I grew up with. He like, word, dude? Nigga, Just, I don't know if he thought I was fronting or not, but I'm like, yo, Just, he talking about brothers I grew up with. Just like, word, dude? I'm like, yeah. So I called back to my man Ronald Highsmith. I'm like, yo, Ron, yo, you know Method Man? And he's like, yo, dude, you don't remember Shotgun? I'm like, nah. He like, yo, didn't he play lacrosse with y'all? I'm like, yeah, I was on the lacrosse team, the blue team, Al Hodish, and yeah, Meth, I hope you listening. Yeah, that's the squad that it was. It was the blue team, and we kind of the same age, so I know we probably was on that squad together. But the coach name was Al Hodish, and the squad was the blue team. So my man Highsmith was like, yeah, dude, Meth, yeah, he was going back and forth to Staten Island, but he a Terrace Ave alumni. So I'm like, word. So if everybody want to know that, you go check out that Granddaddy IU joint. First thing Meth said, 100 Terrace Ave. So, you know, back on Terrace, man, I'm going to salute the OGs off of Terrace, man. And I'm going to start, like I said, man. I said Chappelle. I said Ant Gardner. But I got to go on my man Gooley. I got to shout out my man Gooley. Shout out Putinani. But I'm going to go to some legendary niggas, man, you know, off of Terrace. And that's like brothers like, you know, KC, Keith Cruz, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to go to brothers like the God Taheem, man. You know what I'm saying? Trey Cruz, that's the God, man. Plus, it was the home of the gods, too. But But the God Taheem was in the Granddaddy IU video. Represent the brother that was walking next to Granddaddy IU. That's the God Taheem. He off of Terrace. Then we got to go to brothers like, salute to my brother Moon Doc, the best baseball player to ever come out of Hempstead. My brother Moon off of Terrace. Then you got to go to brothers like Paul Newkirk, the actual athlete off of Terrace, man. Then I heard the brother Zip to the Drip on his platform talk about Big Shug. Big Shug is my man S1 family, Terrace Ave, you know what I'm saying? Representative, man. Yo, Terrace, man, everybody know Terrace, man, been putting on for years, man. Terrace been getting busy for years, you know what I mean? So, when I'm thinking about Terrace, man, who else can I think? Man, like, see, Terrace was that block that we was always trying to go to get up on, like I said. And if you was from Hempstead, or everybody wanted to go up on Terrace, man. Terrace was where all the bread was. Terrace was where the hustle and bustle was. So I could remember being on Parkside and niggas be like, what's Sean doing? And Sean do hanging up on Terrace. I was going up on Terrace with my brother Prince Savior. You know what I'm saying? Prince going up on Terrace. I'm going up on Terrace, following behind the God Divine. Rest in peace to Divine. But I never forget the Godfather K. Mel had his rest up on Terrace. Him and his Earth Beautiful. They had their crib up on Terrace, and I used to be following behind the Godfather K. Mel. And you know what I'm saying, and learning my lessons and all that. So, you know what I'm saying? And the Godfather came out, like I said, he had a rest with his Earth Beautiful, and they had their crib on Terrace, and the guards used to always have big rallies up on Terrace. And I remember the Godfather came out always saying, thank the God Allah Supreme Mathematics and Allah Education. They from out of the desert, from out of Queens. They were some of the brothers who brought the knowledge to Long Island. Word is born sincere, and brothers like that. They was the ones who brought the knowledge to Long Island. You know what I mean? So those are the type of brothers, man, that Sean Du was influenced by. And I met all these brothers coming up on Terrace. You know what I mean? Salute to K1, salute to his physical brother. Like I said, Lord Messiah, true Messiah, brothers like that. You know what I mean? Off of Terrace, man, that put Terrace on the map. And rest in peace to my brother Shaheem. I heard he got murdered up on Terrace too, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, a lot of people lost their lives up on Terrace too, man. Terrace was like that block that you can take that one block, you can put that in any borough in New York City or in any part of New York or any part of this country, and it's going to be a stickler. It's going to stand out. That's how Terrace was, man. It's like I said, it was the hustle and bustle block of Hempstead, man. And it was that block that everybody went on to get famous. Now I gotta shout out to Roc Marciano, man, a Terrace Ave legend. And I think Roc Marciano, I don't know if I'm gonna be capping or not, but I think Roc Marciano from off the Bedell side, Terrace, you know what I mean? My brother Knowledge the Pirate, he been up on Terrace with me, and that's how them two brothers got together up on Terrace, man. And you know, Roc Marciano rep that Terrace Ave, you know what I'm saying, from the Hempstead to the left, you know what I'm saying, to the full of his ability. So yeah, Terrace Avenue, man. That's the spot, man. You know what I mean? And hold up, I gotta back up. I gotta salute my brother Irel, my big brother Irel, and the Godfather Wise. The God Irel used to be up on Terrace too, man, holding it down, man. You know what I'm saying? That was Granddaddy IU home. I ain't gonna say it's his home, but it's his brother. You know what I mean? So I gotta give that shout out to them. You know what I mean? And all the sisters that was up on Terrace, man. The two twins, and those are two I really know. I don't want to keep going because it's been so long, you know what I mean, since I've been up on Terrace, man. But Terrace Ave, man, you know what I mean, is the illest, realest, and one of the illest blocks to ever come out of New York, man. And this is Sean Du, Peace with the Magnetic, you know what I'm saying? Terrace Avenue, the home of Roc Marciano, the home of Method Man, and the home of countless others. Man, hold up, I can't even, gotta salute my man Storm, Willie Norman, off of Terrace, man, one of the illest basketball players to come off of Terrace, man. So yeah, Sean Du, and I used to ball up there on the south, and I gotta give my man Bob a shout out too, Ghoulie brother, Bob, you know what I'm saying, salute to Bob, was off of Terrace. Ronald Highsmith, two brothers that was locked up. I forgot the youngest brother name, but I know Ronald Highsmith younger, the younger brother, I remember him. Be heavy in the CeeLo games and all that. So I hope I ain't forgetting no crazy legends off of Terrace, man, but I tried to remember most of the brothers. Oh yeah, I know I ain't shout my man Bob James out off of Terrace. Yo, Bob, salute to you too, man. Man, you know what I mean? I know I'm missing people, but Terrace Ave, man. Terrace Ave, USA. Word up, I ain't even gonna say New York. Terrace Ave, USA. Hempstead, USA, man. Sean Do, the story of Terrace Ave. One.